We're done with the cute intros. This is where the gloves come off, the whiskey bottles fly, and Jace goes full psycho. Imagine your peaceful little life flipping into a war zone where every day's a fresh slap from a scar-faced lunatic obsessed with your garage. I'm tossing you into the deep end of this madness, with drama so thick you'll choke on it and some ridiculous moments that'll have you laughing until your sides ache. Jace's mask is off, and I'm about to show you how this nutcase turned my world into a screaming nightmare. It's summer 2018, and me and Kara are settled in our Willow Creek rental. 2 bedrooms with creaky floors we trip over after a few drinks. A kitchen so tiny Kara's elbowed me in the stomach making toast. And this attached garage that's about to spark a full-blown catastrophe. I'm 27, a scruffy guy editing cheesy videos for a media gig. Think car lot ads with a loudmouth salesman shouting about zero down, and Kara's working the diner, coming home greasy and ready to throw down. We escaped a city nightmare, roaches, sirens, for this townhouse row, chasing some calm. Spring was all sunshine and blossoms, pure postcard vibes, but summer hits hot and sticky, and Jace? He's about to torch it all and laugh in the wreckage. Jace played it smooth when we moved in, revving his jacked-up Chevy Silverado, flashing that scar splitting his lip like a badge of chaos, acting like the street's big shot. "Movers need space? I got you," he'd grinned, all scar-stretched charm. I pegged him as a loudmouth with a buzz cut and a weird love for his neon green Toyota Corolla, irritating but no major red flag. Now summer's here and that nice guy act's fading fast. He's got 7 greasy punks camped on his porch, hurling whiskey bottles like it's a competition, and he's creeping around like he owns us. That garage? It's his fixation, and I'm about to learn he'll lose his mind to claim it. It starts small, like a mosquito you ignore until it stings. June's humidity is suffocating Willow Creek, air so heavy you're wading through it, and I'm out front watering Kara's pitiful tomato plants. She's dreaming of homemade salsa, but these droopy things look ready to throw in the towel. Jace struts up, boots scraping the cracked sidewalk, sweat dripping off that buzz cut, scar glinting like a warning sign. "Hey," he growls, voice low and rough, "got that garage code yet?" His green eyes lock on me, intense and creepy, like he's already ticked off. I shrug. Landlord's still dragging his feet, Jace. Keeping it casual, but my stomach's doing flips. He grunts, scar twitching like it's alive, and stomps off, leaving me feeling like I just dodged a swing. Next day, Kara pulls in from the diner, apron still tied on, hair a sweaty mess, looking wiped out. I'm inside editing, some guy yelling about tire deals, when she storms in, steamed. "That clown parked his truck over our driveway again," she snaps, tossing her keys on the counter so hard they bounce. I peek out the blinds. Sure enough, Jace's Silverado is sprawled across our space, those monster tires screaming defiance. "What a jerk!" I mutter, grabbing a soda from the fridge. "He's testing us, babe." Kara flops on the couch, legs kicked up. "Tell him to get lost, or I'll handle it." I'm about to march over, but then that Corolla roars, "Vroom! Vroom!" shaking our windows at 2 a.m., his goons hollering like they're at a wild party. I groan, rubbing my face. Tomorrow, Kara. Not dealing with that mess now. Morning rolls in, and it's a disaster. I'm stumbling out, coffee sloshing in a chipped mug, when, clink, crash, a whiskey bottle explodes on our porch like a mini explosion. Glass scatters everywhere, stinking of cheap liquor. I stomp out, barefoot like an idiot, and there's Jace on his porch, smirking, his crew lounging like a bad movie gang. Greasy jeans, stained shirts, one guy missing a tooth and grinning like it's a prize. "What's your problem, man?" I yell, kicking glass with my flip-flop, wincing as a shard jabs my toe. He shrugs. "Oops," clumsy hands. Scar stretching as he grins. I'm boiling, steam practically pouring out, but I let it slide. Don't rile the beast, right? Terrible decision. A week later, it's game on. Kara's pulling in from work, and I'm out back grilling burgers, trying to salvage some peace in this heat, when I hear it. "Hey, gorgeous, ditch the loser, party with us." Jace's goons are leering from his porch, one waving a half-empty bottle like a trophy, another scratching himself like he's got no shame. Kara's jaw tightens. She flips them off with both hands and bolts inside, slamming the door so hard our flamingo lamp, $5 at a flea market, wobbles and nearly falls. She storms in, face flushed. Those creeps need to back off before I lose it completely. I'm mad, spatula in hand like a backyard warrior, but before I can charge over there, that Corolla revs again. Vroom, roar, shaking the house until the burgers flop into the dirt like sad little patties. That's it, I growl, tossing the spatula into the grass. Kara grabs my arm. Don't get yourself hurt, you big goof. She's got a point, but I'm ready to blow. Next night, I'm done playing nice. Music blasts from Jace's place, screamo noise with drums like a demolition crew on overdrive, rattling our walls past midnight. Kara's muttering, I'm about to snap, eyes red from no sleep, looking like she's ready to grab a frying pan and go to town. I stomp out in my boxers, hair a sweaty mess, and yell across the street. Jace, turn that racket down and no garage. It's ours. Deal with it. He's on his porch, shirtless, scar glowing under the flickering streetlight, and his eyes pop like I just insulted his whole family. You're nothing, you little punk, he roars, lunging at me, arms flailing, spit flying, pure chaos unleashed. His goons grab him. Easy, Jace, easy, while he's kicking air like a wild beast, scar pulsing like a warning light. I back off, heart pounding, thinking, this guy's completely unhinged. Morning hits, and it's all-out war. Crash. Another bottle smashes our porch, glass everywhere, reeking of booze. Then another. Smash. And I'm out there with a broom, shouting, You're finished, Jace. Kara's peeking out the window. He's lost his mind, babe. She's dead right. Every dawn, it's the same routine. Clink, crash, crunch. I'm sweeping glass until my hands ache, and Jace is smirking, tossing bottles like it's his full-time gig. One rolls off his porch, clink, roll, and smacks Mrs. Henderson, the cat lady next door, right in the shins. She yelps, You rotten hoodlums! Grabs her cane and swings it back like she's aiming for the fences. It flies, whack, nails one of Jace's goons square in the forehead, and he flops, hollering, My eye, my eye! Jace laughs like a maniac. Told you she's a ninja, Dougie? I'm cracking up despite the mess. It's grim, but hilarious. July rolls in like a steamroller, and Jace is completely off the chain. His Silverado blocks our drive every single day. I'm hauling groceries from the street, dripping sweat, grumbling, You're a total jerk, Jace, loud enough for the neighbors to hear. Kara's car gets no relief. His goons lean on it, flicking cigarette butts that bounce off the hood. One clown even relieves himself on the tire while Jace cackles like it's the funniest thing ever. I call the cops. They roll up in their cruiser, fist bump Jace like he's their old buddy, and peel out with a lazy, Keep it chill, man. Chill? This guy's a walking disaster. Then he goes big time crazy. One night, I wake up to a hiss. Our tires are slashed, all four flat as boards by morning. I'm out there at dawn, kicking the rubber, hollering like a madman while Jace watches from his porch, sipping whiskey like it's his morning coffee. Tough break, huh? He calls, scar twitching with glee. I'm furious, veins popping, but it gets uglier. Next day, I step out and Loser is spray painted across our garage door, red dripping like something out of a horror movie. Kara gasps, That rotten creep! I grab a scrub brush, scrub until my hands are raw and my arms ache, growling. You're in deep trouble, pal. Old Clarence next door hobbles out, cane tapping, shaking his head. Told you, kid, he's a wild one. Cops won't touch him because of that dead deputy cousin. August storms in, and Jace is a full-on nightmare. The music's relentless, screamo and bass thumping until our walls tremble. Kara muttering, I'm done with this nonsense. I call the cops again, same fist bump routine, no help, like they're on his team. Then one night, I hear a thud, step out, and our mailbox is crushed to bits, crumpled like a soda can. Bills blowing around like sad confetti. You monster! I yell, kicking the wreckage until my foot throbs. Jace's crew cheers, one tossing a bottle that lands, splat, in Mrs. Henderson's rose bushes. She charges out, cane raised like a sword. "I'll end you rotten punks!" And they scatter, one tripping over her lawn gnome, face planting in the dirt with a muffled groan. I'm laughing despite the rage. Kara's inside. "What's so funny, you weirdo?" I shrug. "Just the clown parade next door." But his goons don't stop at clumsy. They're dumber than rocks. One night, I catch them messing around on Jace's porch. Dougie, the guy who took the cane to the face, is flicking matches at a pile of empty bottles, giggling like a kid. "Light it up," another goon shouts, and whoosh. A tiny fire sparks, catching Dougie's pant leg. He's hopping, yelling, "Help! Help!" while Jace stomps it out with his boot, barking, "Not my porch, you dolt!" I'm watching from our window, laughing until tears roll, until Kara drags me back. "Don't egg those idiots on. You'll make it worse." Then there's the night they decide to decorate. One goon, a lanky guy with a patchy beard, grabs a can of spray paint, bright orange, and starts doodling on their own porch railing, giggling. "Look, Jace, art!" The wind shifts, and half the spray hits his own face. He's coughing, orange from nose to chin, while Jace yells, "You're a walking disaster!" The others are rolling, one dropping his bottle mid-laugh, shattering it on the steps. I'm peeking through the blinds, shaking my head. These guys are a train wreck. Late August, I'm a volcano about to erupt. Kara's pulling double shifts at the diner, coming home exhausted with bags under her eyes, and Jace's crew ramps up the creep factor to a whole new level. She parks one night, and they're shouting louder, "Hey, gorgeous, come party with us!" One stumbling over, slurring through a missing tooth. "You're a wild one, right, sweetie?" She bolts inside, pale as a ghost. I'm beyond done with these creeps. I'm grabbing a bat from the closet, ready to crack heads, but she stops me. "Don't get yourself locked up, you hot-headed goof." I'm pacing like a caged lion. "He's gone way too far, Kara." She's had enough. She's out front the next day, hosing off her car where that goon left his mark, muttering under her breath when Jace saunters over, scar glinting in the sun, smirking. "Need help, sweetie." She spins, hose in hand, and sprays him full in the face. Whoosh, shouting, "Back off, you creepy weirdo." He's sputtering, drenched, roaring. "You'll pay for that, you little troublemaker." His goons hoot, one slipping in the mud, trying to back him up, landing flat on his back with a wet thud. I'm on the porch, cheering. "Get him, babe!" She storms in, dripping, grinning. "Felt amazing, but he's going to flip his lid now." She's spot on. Next morning, I step out, and there's a dead fish on our doorstep, rotting, guts spilling out, flies buzzing like a horror show. Kara gags. "That's disgusting!" I grab a shovel, scoop it up, nearly losing my breakfast from the stench, and chuck it in the trash, snarling, "You're twisted, Jace!" He's on his porch, grinning like a villain. "Found it by the creek. Thought you'd like a little present." I'm shaking with rage, fists clenched until my knuckles turn white, but I hold it in, barely. Days later, he cuts our power line. Pop, zap. Lights go out, plunging us into darkness. Kara's clinging to me. "He's dangerous, babe." Voice trembling like she's on the verge of tears. I rig a flashlight, hands shaky, call the utility crew. They roll in at dawn, muttering, "Cut clean, not snapped." But the cops just shrug. "No proof. Tough luck." I'm losing my grip. Every night's a new attack. Bottles smashing, catcalls echoing, music blaring, vandalism piling up. I call Hal, our landlord, desperate. He picks up, voice rough as gravel. "What now, kid?" I spill it all. Tires, paint, fish, power line. He growls, "Told you. Keep that nutcase out of the garage. Cops won't touch him. His dead deputy cousin's got them soft. Lay low or fight dirty, your choice." I hang up, staring at Jace's porch, where he's laughing, scar glowing like a twisted crown, king of his trashed kingdom. Next day, Dougie's at it again, trying to impress Jace by juggling bottles, drops one, crash, and it lights a pile of trash on fire near their steps. He's yelping, stomping it out. "Oh no, oh no," while Jace yells, "You absolute fool." Neighbors gawk, Mrs. Henderson muttering, "Burn it all down. Save us the hassle." Clarence hobbles over, cane tapping. "Kid, he'll target you next. Watch yourself." I'm laughing at the chaos, but inside, I'm boiling. Jace has pushed me to the brink. By now, it's a daily disaster. Bottles pile up on our porch, crash, 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 glass crunching underfoot like a jagged welcome mat. Kara's car gets tagged with a marker one night. "Quit," scrawled on the hood, and she's out there with acetone scrubbing, "I'll take him down myself." Rocks start hitting our windows. Plink, plink, crack. One shatters a pane, and I'm out there yelling, "You're done for, you clowns." They scatter, one tripping over a hose and eating pavement, Jace cackling like a hyena from his porch. I'm rigging defenses now, duct taping a broom across the porch to trip anyone sneaking up, piling junk by the door to slow them down. Kara's on edge, jumping at every creak. We're in a war zone, babe. Clarence drops by with a soda. "Kid, he's broken people before. Last tenants left in tears. You're tougher, but he's crazier." I nod, sipping. He's picked the wrong fight this time. One evening, it escalates. Jace's crew decides to up the ante. They drag an old tire from who knows where and roll it down the street, aiming for our car. It bounces, misses by inches, and slams into Mrs. Henderson's fence, splintering wood. She's out there in seconds, cane waving. "You reckless fools! I'll have you all arrested." They bolt, one dropping his bottle mid-run, glass shattering. I'm on the porch, shaking my head. These guys are a disaster waiting to happen. Then it peaks. One night, Jace himself staggers over, reeking of whiskey, banging on our door like a madman. "Give me that code, you stubborn mule." I fling it open, bat raised high. "Back off, or I'll knock you flat." He laughs, scar twisting. "Try it, tough guy." Kara's behind me, frying pan in hand. "I'll smash your creepy face in." His goons drag him back, one slipping in the grass and landing hard, and I slam the door, heart racing. "He's toast, babe." She nods, eyes fierce. "We're ending this nonsense." A week later, everything's quiet. No more bottles smashing, no goons hanging on the porch, no Jace's Silverado blocking our driveway. It's like the whole damn block finally caught its breath. I'm out on the porch, just staring at the empty space where his madness used to be. Kara's behind me, leaning on the doorframe, frying pan still hanging loosely in her hand like she's ready to throw down if he comes crawling back. Hal shows up, boots crunching on the gravel, looking like he's seen one too many of these freak shows. He glances at Jace's empty porch and shrugs. "Well, kid, looks like he's finally gone. Moved out in the middle of the night. Can't say I'm shedding any tears." I take a deep breath. Good riddance. He looks at me like he's about to drop some deep wisdom. "Don't get too comfortable. You know the type. Some people, well, they don't just disappear." I nod, but honestly, the silence is so damn sweet. I'm standing there like, is this real? Have we finally won? Later that night, I'm sitting on the couch, watching the street lamp sway in the wind, and for a second, I swear I see a shadow move by Jace's porch. My heart jumps, but it's just the wind. No sign of him, no goons, nothing. It's done, and I don't know if I'm relieved or just waiting for the next storm to hit. But right now, we've earned the quiet, the war's over, and yeah, it left a mark. But we're still standing. The neighborhood's still standing. And somehow, I feel like it's gonna be all right. For now, anyway.